So, Hotep, talk to the people. What are you working on this time?
All right, so you guys know my mantra is always to make a way, and part of my claim to fame was always how an individual can get it done, fast, and get it done for less. So you never need to do any crowdfunding, need any investors, and all that kind of stuff. So that's been my claim to fame, and I've been doing that with the video games, with the graphic novels, and the animation. Well, I'm here to share with you guys that I've kind of broken form in this case here. I decided last month that I was going to endeavor into the Kickstarter crowdfunding world. And so on February 1, I launched my first ever Kickstarter. It's been going phenomenally well. I am blessed that I have such support and built a team around me, people like you guys that help support me. But that's the short of it. I'm no longer a Kickstarter virgin, man. My cherry has been popped. Yeah. So that's where it is. I have a new anime. Yes, the Araya, amazing Araya anime. Very excited. I'd love to talk to her, talk about her story, or talk about the creation of that character. But in short, I have a new anime short film that I'm producing. It's 85% done. So for me, the Kickstarter isn't a money grab. That's not really the concern right now. It's really an opportunity to galvanize the troops around the project and the work that I'm doing, the Black Lion Cubs brand. And instead of just allowing people to give the likes and the hearts and the views, I've noticed over this past year and a half since it's been in existence that there's people that want to get involved on a deeper level, people that want to be a part of this movement, part of the attaining of this goal is becoming the next biggest thing since Dragon Ball Z. And so the Kickstarter campaign is really designed not so much for the raising of funds, but the galvanization of backers. And so I've always been the type of person to focus on quality over quantity. And that's even on my Kickstarter. Like I've reached our initial goal already in 9 days with a small amount of people. And the reason why I did that is because, as I said on a recent post, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 90 pennies. I'll say that again. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 90 pennies. So in a time where people are so excited about their social media views and following and likes and such, that's quantity. You can get more done with less if you focus on the quality. So I say all that to say I have the Kickstarter. I'm excited about it, and I'm loving the opportunity to talk to you guys and your family about it as well.
That's what's up. That I love that analogy, and it makes sense. I don't want to carry around 90 pennies neither, because you ever carry around a lot of change? That's not good.
100%. You'll lean to the left.
Oh my God! So I'm gonna show them one of the promos for Araya that you have. I'm so ready for this, to be honest with you, because I see everything that you've been doing. I've been a part of it pretty much from the beginning.
Yes,
and been watching just how it unfolds. So here's just one of the promos for that.
The boys had their turn. Girls run the world. See you soon. We all possess a little magic. Perseverance, determination, strength. Ha!
So that's just one of the promos for Araya. Talk to us about who is Araya and what is her place in the story of Black Lion and Cubs.
Man, thank you for allowing me to expound on that. And thank you for playing that. Shout out to Shakira Dunn, the voice of Araya. In short, Black Lion and Cubs, the storyline is centered around a father and his 2 sons and the variety of adventures that they go on. The story was created by a man, centered around a father and his sons. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of testosterone in the story. There's a lot of just male bravado, if you will, in the storyline. And as I continued to sell my graphic novels, I noticed that a large number of my customer base was female. And so I felt that it was important that a more feminine side and energy was represented on a larger scale beyond just the queen that I already have in the story. So as I started to move forward to pushing the children as the lead characters in the storylines, I committed to the idea that I was going to move beyond just the two cubs and introduce other characters. Much like you have the number 4 in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? You have 4, and then you have the teacher. That's kind of how I'm positioning Black Lion and Cubs. You have four children characters, and then Black Lion being the Splinter Master type character. So, in short, I wanted to make sure that the first young character I introduced would be a female. And I selected Araya. Araya is the name of my niece. My brother-in-law and his family come over to our house every Christmas, and my boys have an opportunity to play with their cousin Araya. They get so excited when Araya comes over the house. She's older than them. She's so she can push them around. So my boys are always getting bullied by their older cousin Araya. Funny thing to see. So in any case, I said, you know what? There's where I'm going to draw my inspiration and how I develop this character physically. So when you look at Araya and you hear the name Araya, that's her name. Even her hair and the beads were definitely, and her complexion are patterned after my niece. And I'm very excited about introducing her. She's older. She's equally as powerful, and she's always giving the boys hell. And that's part of her role in the whole storyline, is to balance the energies, if you will.
I
Navy,
love
got a
it.
question? Got a question, Navy?
First of all, Araya is beautiful. To me, she represents all the strong little Black girls out there who are just aspiring to be better, but know that they're destined for something great. Even though she's so young, is she going to have an antagonist? Is she going to have a rival to challenge her?
I love the questions that you guys ask. So the short of it is I'm constantly in an ever-flowing mode of creation and evolution when it comes to my stories. I characterized it like this the other day. I said, you know what? I move at such a rate because one of my mantras is to live full but die empty. Live full but die empty. It's part of my personal mantra because I like you, Navy, have lost my father. And one of the valuable lessons it taught me when he passed at 50, right as he was getting ready to transition into a new career, retirement, and live the good life, right? He was never able to live that. He was never able to do that because he passed away. And so in watching that and observing that, it lit a fire in me to the extent that, man, I just can't wait. I can't. And that's the reason why this is my first Kickstarter. I never even thought about raising funds because I just got to get it out, man, because I don't know when my time is going to come. Right. I want to make sure, because this is father energy. I do this for my children first. Like, I'm not going to allow anything to stop me, deter me, get in my way from seeing it through. So I say all of that to say that Amazing Araya is the eldest of the 4 characters. She's her role is to juxtapose right now the male and the male dominated storylines and offer estrogen a different perspective, a different way of looking things, and also challenge the boys' notion of what a girl is and what a girl can do. And so right now, that is the start of as I introduce Araya to the storyline, that's the antithesis, if you will, the juxtaposition at first is not anything, is really internally her and her attempting to prove herself with her cousins who are already, notable heroes. And, now she's being, well, I don't want to tell too much of the story, but that's a juxtaposition though. So But eventually, as the storyline will continue and I build more characters, I plan on having something specific for a character to offset Araya, like you're describing. So that's a long, short question.
Mayhem, do you got a question?
Yeah, I don't want to fast forward past Araya just yet, but I am curious. You said that you want to build out sort of like your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles team. Do you have ideas about who your fourth is going to be and what that looks like?
Man, listen, all right. So the short answer is yes. He's already created, designed. On the low, that anime is already in production too. You see what I'm saying? So yes, the short answer is yes. I'm not gonna. If you go through my page, if you scroll through my IG page, you'll see mention of him. But I'm waiting. So that's the short answer. Yes. This is Araya's turn right now. This is Araya's turn, so I'm attempting to be patient and give her shine as it's due. And that's part of the reason why the Kickstarter was started in February. And the premiere of the film is gonna be in March. One is Black History Month, the next is Women's History Month, and so just transitioning with from a race perspective to a gender perspective, but all with empowerment, and that's all that my series is all about. Remember, true power comes from within.
Awesome.